Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. For over 100 years, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks has observed Flag Day, a day that commemorates the adoption of the United States flag on June 14, 1777. The Attleboro Elks Lodge held their ceremony at the Newell Shelter at Capron Park on Monday. Here's a brief segment from their presentation.
In response to a general demand for a banner more representative of our country, the Congress on June 14, 1777 provided that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes of alternating red and white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white on a blue field, representing a new constellation. It is generally believed that in May or June of 1776, a committee consisting of George Washington, Robert Morris, and George Ross commissioned Betsy Ross, a Philadelphia Quakeress, to make a flag from a rough design they left with her. It is said that she suggested that the stars should have 5 points rather than 6. This starry banner was first flown at Fort Stanwix, called Fort Schuyler at the time, near the city of Rome, New York, on August 3, 1777, and was under fire 3 days later at the Battle of Oriskany on August 6, 1777, during a British and Indian attack. The first official salute to the Stars and Stripes was given on February 14, 1778, by France on the French coast, when the Ranger, under command of John Paul Jones, was saluted by the French fleet. The flag then carried by the Ranger was made by the young women of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, from stripes of their best colored silk dresses and the white wedding gown of a recent bride. It is said that the same Ranger's flag was flown by Jones's ship, the Bonhomme Richard, in its thrilling flight by moonlight upon the high seas when the British frigate Serapis struck her colors. The immortal fame of John Paul Jones was ensured as the intrepid defender of the youthful republic. The original 13 Stars and Stripes represented the original 13 colonies. In 1795, 2 additional Stars and Stripes were added to represent admission to the Union of Vermont and Kentucky. Under this banner of 15 Stars and Stripes was fought the War of 1812. It was the sight of it flying over Fort McHenry on September 14, 1814, that inspired Francis Scott Key to write what was to become our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Miss Margaret Young, who cut the stars for that particular banner, was the mother of Henry Sanderson, the Grand Exalted Ruler of the Order of Elks, in 1884. The Congress on April 14, 1818, adopted a resolution that on and after July 4, 1818, the number of stripes should be 13 and that the blue field should carry 1 star for each of the 20 states in the Union, and that a new star should be added for each state thereafter admitted. Since 1818, there has been no change in the flag design except that the 28 new stars were added before July 4, 1912. And this flag of 48 stars flew over this nation for 47 years until just before the Vietnam War. On July 4, 1959, a star was added for Alaska, our first non-connected state, and a year later, Hawaii, our island state, added the 50th star. Our present flag, 50 stars and 13 stripes, it is accompanied by the POW-MIA flag to recognize the plight and demise of a special group of our armed services, those who were prisoners of war or still remain missing in action.